Hey, what's up, everybody? In case some of you don't know me, my name is Alex. Big Z31 fan, and with the Z31s is always the VG30, and a lot of us guys like to put VG33s in the Z31s. It's almost a direct bolt-in, and we consider it a small upgrade. So you Xterra guys are kind of already used to that VG33, but me in particular, I took a VG33 out of a 2002 Xterra, fully built it with the forged crank, forged pistons, forged rods, uh, big oversized valves, cams, the whole works. And on that build for my Z, I'm making near 700 horsepower on 30 pounds of boost. So for more information, I can send you some of my YouTube videos and get you to know me more that way. Some of you already know that about me. So with that said, I wanted to introduce my Xterra turbo Dune Buggy type vehicle I made, kind of in light of all the Z work that I do. I got bored during the winter and I just wanted to make an off-road project as I live out here in the country. So let's talk about it. Let's go to the engine first, since that's kind of the elephant in the room. So what this is your average VG33, has 205,000 miles on it. Did a compression test, has a 155, 160 PSI across the board. And all I did is I went through it, did a 120K service, all Nissan OEM parts. I did a Blue Gates racing belt. For the cams, I actually pulled the VG33 truck cams out, and I put the early 84 through 86 cams in there for my 300ZX. So to have a higher lift and higher duration, so you get a little more power out of it. You probably lose a little bottom end, low end torque, but in this case, I got a turbo to compensate for it, so it doesn't really matter. And there it is. It's an eBay special. This whole build was done off of eBay budgetary items. So it's a T3 T4 standard T3 flange, and those are the eBay $90 tubular headers that I converted into manifolds. And everything down under the transmission collects into a Y pipe and merges back up to what you're looking at there is a charge pipe. Goes into the turbo, and then there's the down pipe, which exits the vehicle and goes all the way under, and I'll show you the rear exit in a minute. The turbo oil feed, you can tap into where the oil pressure sender is off of the oil pump near the filter, so that's easy. And then for the oil drain, I simply got a aluminum -10 AN fitting and drilled a hole in the pan and did some self-tapping screws and some RTV, and boom, it sits and it seals, and I don't have any worries about it. Done it before in some other shenanigan builds I do, so it'll work out. eBay piping, eBay intercooler. Not worried about this pipe. Some of you gave me grief about it. I'm not going rock crawling, guys. I'm just going dune buggy style off-road trails. Can't even call it off-road really, just more like dirt trails with the family, so it's fine. Did some metal mild steel front grills here. Kind of did the whole M style like Nissan traditionally does on its trucks and other cars. Some of you said I need to put a winch on it, so this is a winch I've had. I use it for hooking up to the back of my truck for pulling in cars onto my trailer. All I did was get a hitch extender, welded into the bumper, and then welded the bumper to the, heavily to the frame. So I am not worried at all about this thing coming loose. But truth be told, I probably won't even use it just because, I'm not going in places where I might need to use it. So honestly, cosmetics. And right there in front of you are the eBay universal headlights. They're 7-inch round. I think they fit Jeeps. I'm not sure, but I wanted to go after the 2002 to 2004 style Xterra. And I failed to mention this is a 2001. So I got the hood off of a 2002, black, lucked out. Looks good. And then moving on to the cheapness budgetary items, I want to do a snorkel type intake just because it looked cool, but got to keep it real. So I got a Home Depot style PVC piping all the way up top to an AEM filter. It's a dry filter. It's not oiled, so I'm not worried about ruining my mass airflow. Stuck with the OEM mirrors just simply by welding some crazy metal to the side of the car. These are some trailer fenders I had sitting in the shed for a trailer I was building. Cut them to size, welded them on. Good to go. I know they don't hit the fender, the tires don't hit the fender anywhere near it. Tires, these are some Thunderer tires. They're I believe 265/70 17s. And these are your Supercharged Xterra wheels. I picked it from a junkyard for 80 bucks. Moving in, these are some eBay racing seats. I could not find any cheap seats other than go on eBay. I tried my best to look on Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace. Couldn't find anything cheap. So these are the cheapest I could find. They were 400 bucks with rails shipped to my door. And then I had to buy some seat belts. And the seat belts are actually NRG seat belts. So I wanted a name brand. I didn't want some cheap eBay, anything to, risk getting in an accident, not doing well in that. So the roll cage is out of a Jeep Cherokee. I got off Craigslist for 200 bucks. Did my best to make it fit the Xterra. Even got the Xterra roof rack still on there. Up top is a Amazon, not eBay, but Amazon cheapy LED light that's wired into the fog light switch. So when I kick on the fog lights, that turns on. I'll show that here soon. Coming in the interior, all the plastics mostly there for the trimming. And I got a little tiny boost gauge sitting right there that's held on by a little metal strap with some self-tapping screws. Moving on, got the seat belts actually onto the back harness bar correctly. Same with that. And then because I chopped the roof off, I need to make the the scarred metal look a little more presentable. So I got some 4-inch black PVC piping. Did my best with the angle grinder in about 10 minutes. I made a cap and screwed it on. That works out really well. So that's there. Spray painted the bumper with flat black paint because it looks better that way. You can still open the fuel door. So everything is still functional. Looks clean, drives great. And some of you have asked me already how much boost I'm planning on running. Well, the injectors I have are the Supercharged injectors from the Xterra, and also the ECU with it too. So I don't know. I'm not a tuner in this case. I'm just going to run 7 pounds of boost and cross my fingers and hope the motor doesn't blow up. But if it does, oh well, right? I mean, these motors are a dime a dozen at junkyards. I can pull another one for 100 bucks. Don't care. But we'll see if we can have some fun with it. See if I can break it. That's the idea. But let me show you the lights, and we'll fire it up here soon too. So, like I said, turn the lights on. And there they are, the headlights, and you can actually see this time the halo type ring around it. And actually the halo's not lit because I don't have the car running. So the halo actually serves as the daytime running lights. So when I start it, those will light up. And actually, they actually serve as my turn signals too. There's another color within them as the orange color, and I'll show that here in a minute, that turns the turn signal on. So I wanted to conform to what I need to make this thing street legal, and I probably will plate, register, and all that fun stuff. So let's turn the fog lights on. And there that guy is. It's not the best LED bar, but for 20 bucks, I don't really care. It's just more, cosmetics, but it's pretty bright. It's right in my eyes. I imagine at night it would probably light up this whole field. So I guess without further ado, let's go ahead and turn it on. So let me put that phone down for a second. Hold on. All right, fired up, and it idles great. Right there. All right, check engine lights on because I cut all the O2 sensors out. Don't care. And you can hear a little bit the air suckage because turbo. All right, so I want to show you the turn signal and the daytime running lights. So I got my turn signal on. That's pretty cool. Obviously the other side does the same thing, but the daytime running lights are white indeed. Let me go turn off the turn signal. And yes, the tail lights still work just fine. So motor runs great. Like I said, no issues whatsoever. I don't anticipate having much problems with this motor, seeing how it's a healthy motor. It doesn't even drip a drop of anything. No oil leaks, no power steering leaks, no coolant leaks. Everything's solid for as a $500 Xterra could be. Some of you might ask, why did I tear this up? Well, it's simply because I paid 500 bucks for this Xterra. I don't care too much about it, but I can do what I want with 500 bucks, right? So the exhaust, like I mentioned earlier, 2.5-inch straight pipe exhaust coming out of the back. Sounds pretty good. And yeah, I mean, I'm thoroughly enjoying this thing. I think I need to get a new windshield. It's pretty bad, but that's how I got it. And there's a cheap eBay boost gauge, nothing fancy, and it's reading it in looks to be bar, so you have to do the math. So if I want to run 7 pounds of boost, it's about 0.5 bar, so you'll never see that needle go past 0.5. Hopefully. I still need to dial in the boost, and I did drive it after getting the alignment done. Drove pretty well, so I felt some boost, and I kind of let off in fear that I was going to hit 10 or 15 or 20. I don't know what it's going to hit. I need to get it done. So at any rate, this is it, folks. Cheap, cheap, cheap. Lots of fun, lots of welding. I'm not the best welder, but hey, it works. And anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. This is my little Dune Buggy I made off of mostly eBay and junkyard parts. And also a lot of Home Depot, that's for sure. All right, folks, take care.